Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome here at Crypto Hash Review, where we educate and disseminate information about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies from a Muslim perspective. The internet. Well, let's go one step further. Computers. Computers are a game changer for mankind, for humanity. I guess you could say it started with the abacus way back, and then the Jacquard loom, which basically they allowed you to have a programmable machine that gave you a certain pattern on your material. But fast forward to an actual computer. Computers were first functionally used in the Second World War to break the Enigma code that the Germans are using. That was, like you could say, the beginnings of the computing revolution. And that very soon after that, the usefulness of a computer started to grow, from trying to predict the weather and all sorts of stuff happened. And then in the 70s, the transistor became smaller, it came down to a small microchip. And then you can say the microchip was born in like the early 80s, late 70s. And all of a sudden, the internet was born. The internet was a means to make these computers that were very useful independently now come together and be useful collectively. And since the invention of the internet, everything has changed gradually, but drastically. So what that means is, in the past, I remember specifically when I was young, when I used to phone America, literally it would be like, hello, yeah, I'm fine. No, there was a delay of at least 10 seconds, 5 seconds, just one country to the other. Now we're doing video calls and recording videos and uploading to the internet. So things have changed drastically when it comes to education, when it comes to commerce, when it comes to even warfare. Everything has changed. And in the beginning of the internet, there was a lot of ambition and anticipation about how far it would go, to the point where they actually had in the original protocols a mechanism to get paid on the internet. But the mechanism never materialized until Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been the final stage. I don't want to say the final stage, but has one of the most important stages of the development of the internet. And the reason being is because it allows, you can say it allows you to not only share information by delivering and receiving information, but now Bitcoin allows you to transact based on that information, or transact over that same network. So that now literally opens up the floodgates to the future. So let's eliminate Bitcoin from the equation for a minute. I want to go online. I want to purchase something on Amazon. I go and download the app. I go on the website. I look what I want to add it to the cart. I go to checkout. And then I now return back to a system that is as old as the 60s, using a card and a code and a centralized database, where essentially we're using a system that is so old, it's probably made before most of you guys who watch this video were even born. This is what's happened, or this is the actual reality right now. The current system of fiat money and even payments with cards, these are very old systems that have been adapted and improved, but they're still very old systems. And not only are they old systems, they are centralized systems. The internet is kind of, or it could be even a lot more decentralized, but the internet is kind of decentralized, as in it's there. You can host your server anywhere, you can broadcast information anywhere on planet Earth. Now, it is centralized in the sense that where your server could be hosted on your data could be hosted on a particular server and they can shut you down. But it's decentralized in the sense that you could take your data, your website anywhere. It doesn't have to exist on UK servers. You can put it on Chinese servers. You can put it on Malaysian servers. You can put it on Australian servers. You can put it anywhere you want, or you could even host it yourself. As long as you have access to the internet, you can turn your own computer into a server and then host data on the internet. But the last thing was the payments. Payments is the last gateway to the future, where it allows now interaction. Now you can actually, rather than have your dojo where you're teaching kung fu or karate or whatnot, or even yoga or whatnot, although yoga or not, how do you still get paid? Now you can have your website, you can have your subscription, and you can get paid all online without the need of any third party. And to be honest, I think the only thing really missing from this equation, which I hope is coming very soon, is VR. Virtual reality would kind of solidify everything. What do I mean by that? You could, in essence, design a virtual world where you can actually do what you would normally do in the real world. You can walk around, just window shop for things, go down aisles if you want to kind of emulate what we do in the real world, have meetings with your colleagues, even probably play games with other people as if you're in the real world, but online. And on top of that, with Bitcoin, you can now transact all online. So we're seeing that the computers, the internet, everything like that is actually changing everything. I can actually envisage a world very soon whereby it actually doesn't even matter where you live. Imagine that. You can actually live in the deepest depths of a city or in some jungle somewhere and you can interact with everyone else. Imagine that for 1 second. You can actually live in the jungle but still take part in the World Wide Web. How can you do that, brother? Have they even got Wi-Fi out there? Well, Elon Musk is putting up satellites. He has a plan to put satellites into low orbit across all of planet Earth and beam down the internet to the whole of planet Earth. If he's able to pull that off, that will literally open up the dunya into the internet. Anyone, anywhere, even in the middle of the desert can get signal and be able to interact, to buy and sell. And that literally opens up and changes everything. So I hope you found this little thought process, this little thought exercise important. I want you to start thinking about the future, thinking about how things will change and how things will develop. And I hope you can see where the Bitcoin will be in this future that we can imagine. And hopefully you can maybe use this information to plan ahead, to plan for the future, and hopefully maybe take advantage of this in your own business and your own lives. We hope you find this video beneficial and useful. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, check out our website. We have lots of content. If you want to contact us, want to give us a call, you can find our details on our website. And may Allah give you plenty of Bitcoin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.